So hello and welcome to basically a tutorial on how to reduce the size of your zip files. And I'm using the FS 15 Nubifarm V2 version because I know for a fact this could actually be reduced in size, and this is my second attempt because the first attempt I'd actually forgot some files, so I'll know exactly what I've got to move over, because this has got soil mod, chopped straw and the water mod built into it, so it requires its scripts which don't get ported over. So what we're going to do is extract all of this here. Don't ask me why I've done it like that. I should have just gone extract here, but whatever, we'll just run with it. And this is works in FS17 flawlessly. Any mods that you've got that require scripts, though, remember, as I found out, they do not get exported out of your map. And I do not care about the update for this. You can't get it anyway, not from Giants. So we're going to select everything in the scene graph because we want to export it all. And I'm not bothered about the sun and everything, and I've created two folders, one for the map and then one for exports, and we're just going to export everything to here. And it'll take a while. Now in FS17 what it'll do is it will you'll get a window that will pop up that will say, do you want to create the directory? In which is how it looks in the zip file is how it will export it all. So wherever the textures was located originally, that's where they would be. Now I believe in, I think it was 13, it would just export all the textures and everything, and it wouldn't put them in the original directories. So it was a nightmare to do. But I could be wrong, it could have just been FS11. I mean, I've been around for a while, but everything's exported and we can close out of that. We can remove some things from here straight away. We don't need any of that. These are just the catch files for the map 01. Whenever you save the i3D whilst in the editor, it will create these catch files. You don't need them, you can go ahead and bin them, but don't delete any of the others, otherwise your map won't load. These are because I've exported over to here, so I don't believe they was there, but we can get rid of them as well. The next thing that we can remove is not models, animals, particle shaders, textures and triggers. We don't need them, but we do need these. So first off, chopped straw needs the fruit lure. Then we need the map 01 requires PDA and its map preview, so they can be moved over, and then delete the map 01 out of the original folder. Objects, water mod, scripts, so models, objects, water mod, and we can move this over. Now I don't think you need these, it's not throwing any errors up, but again, this is an added mod. The water mod was not a feature that was available in 15, so yeah. New things we also need out of here: animals and scripts, and I do believe that was everything. Yeah. So now we can remove these from here. We can get rid of that part because we don't need that, and we can bring all this over to here. Refresh the page so it puts it in order, open it up. And doing all this without a coffee, which is not nice. But I thought this would be a tutorial that would actually be helpful for a lot of people, because I've seen a lot of maps that are full of textures that isn't, or file things that aren't needed, that are within the zip file that aren't being used. So nothing in the log for the editor, everything's loaded normal. Map loaded quicker than the previous, so we can exit out of there. Move this over to here, and we'll take the everything off there. Now I do recommend using 7-zip. I always use 7-zip. As you can see, 305 megabytes. Keep a close eye on that figure. But I always use 7-zip because it has a higher compression ratio. Add to archive, and to zip, and zip it up. It zips faster as well. WinRAR is so much slower and can be annoying. So we'll throw this into the game. Remember, 305 megabytes down to 240, so we've knocked 65 megabytes off straight away. And we can stack this into here. And I think it's in, is it game or game settings? Controls, no. Console is enabled. Do I have to have this one as true as well? I think I do, don't I? True. Okay. We'll find out, I guess, when we go in. And so we'll load FS15 up and newbie farm V2. And you know, this, did I do it right? I did. Okay, so nothing in the log, as you can see from there, but I'll show you the full log soon. Everything's loaded perfectly, all the textures are there. The annoying cockerel's there, unfortunately. You don't start off with animals in this one, so at least I don't think you do. Like, yeah, it's not in there, is it? It's in here. Okay, so no, you start off with no animals. Okay, so that's there. Newbie farm loaded up fine. Now with the log. So no errors. Perfectly done. And if there was anything missing, like for the water mod and everything, it would state, you know, missing the script files, and it'd tell you exactly where to find them, and you just go and get them out and just add them. You know, re-zip your map back up if you want to do it that way, and then just overwrite the previous zip and done. But that's the quickest way of optimizing your map file size, and it does kind of optimize the map as well, because you've got rid of all of the i3ds and textures that you're not using, files that you're not using, like Lua files, XML files, etc. But remember, the definite, if you haven't got watermod, soul mod, etc. built in to the map, if you're on 17 you won't have soul mod anyway, or watermod for that matter. But if you have no mods that have been added that have to run with a script, then you won't have to worry. If they do, then make sure that the scripts have also been exported with everything that you selected. Otherwise you'll have issues, and this process could be a much more drawn out process. But hopefully this helps a lot of people, and definitely worth doing. If you do it in 17, as you saw, I exported into a folder I would recommend creating, not a shortcut, a secondary folder and export into that one, because when it creates its directory, all of the directory, it will actually create some in the first folder, and which would be, in terms of this, it would be all this part, the fruits, or it would be the fill planes, etc., foliage, all that would be created in exports, and then in the subfolder map and everything would be, that's here, would be in there. So otherwise you'll end up with your desktop full of stuff, and you'll get confused as to, or might get confused as to what was where, and miss certain things out, unless you're unlike me and don't have a cluttered desktop, which is perhaps the better way to go. But I kind of have a much more cluttered desktop. So yeah, hopefully this helps somebody anyway, and I guess I'm done, so see you guys later, and be sure to check everybody out on the Monk Show. Links are in my YouTube channel. So till next time, see ya, have fun.